As you all know very well, our founder, Jean-Baptiste de La Salle, tried to do nothing more than to place the means of salvation and integrated salvation, which included different human dimensions, within the reach of the young, especially the poor, and those who found themselves far from salvation. This has been the fundamental motivation of our Institute, with its pluses and minuses over the course of the last 3 centuries of human history. Personally, one of the things I most admire and which has impressed me the most about our founder is to see how attentive he was and how he let himself be moved by the reality around him. I think that the best way of honoring and being faithful to his spirit is not so much by preserving educational words that we have inherited, but by responding creatively and boldly to the educational needs the world presents to us today, and by adapting inherited words to this new reality. As Lasallians, the first and most important issue is to be attentive to and to let ourselves be moved by reality today with the eyes of faith, as our founder was in his own time. As an international institute, we are called not to close in ourselves in our small world, but to feel that we are part of an organization that opens our hearts to the world in all its dimensions. The Rule of the Brothers presents this objective to us in no uncertain terms, and this objective transcends all types of borders, whether of time or space. This institute is concerned above all for the educational needs of the poor as they strive to become aware of their dignity and to be recognized as human beings and children of God. The Institute establishes, renews, and diversifies its works according to what the kingdom of God requires. Certainly, the international character of our Institute is a call to have some basic attitudes concerning alternatives. This means knowing how to welcome, respect, and appreciate differences. This also assumes a change of attitude that leads from imposition to listening, from giving orders to sharing, from thinking that we know everything to the humble and demanding task of an ongoing apprenticeship that is always incomplete. This also presupposes a recognition, not only in theory, but also in practice, that in all cultures, by means of the manifestation of religions, God is made manifest. This is not easy, because we are accustomed to think that we possess the truth and that our work is simple to transmit what we already have, without any new exploring and openness to the truth in others. Finally, it seems important to me to highlight the fact that globalization is not only a phenomenon of integration into markets, but also of knowledge. The dilemma of tomorrow will not be so much between the haves and the have-nots, but rather between those who know and those who do not know. the key to the future is education. We need to be aware that have an enormous potential in our hands. Dear LaSallian educators, I would like to extend the same invitation to you that was made to our brothers at their last general chapter, to be LaSallians with open eyes and burning hearts, to have eyes open on our world today, which, thanks to globalization, has become a small village. Eyes open like doves of God, always attentive to the needs of the children, to migration and its consequences, to hunger and its eradication, to poverty and its causes, to injustice and its remedy. This is about a position that is not content with statistical data or financial theories, but with a burning heart full of love that works closely with and tries to change, in light of the gospel, the inhuman situations that a globalized world presents to us today.